Hi, it's Randy, Power Cave Training again. Back, a little sweaty, but back. Okay, I'm going to show what I do with my arms, my rotational stuff for my shoulders. I do this when I walk, and I do this when I do a recumbent bike. It allows me to do a lot more things. Normally, on a walk, I like wearing these. These are hand weights, but these are 1.5 pounds, and it's as big as they make. I wish they'd make them bigger because I like the feel of these on my hands as opposed to ankle weights, which are wrist weights that slide around a lot on your arm, make it a little bit harder to do. I'm just going to show you my routine here. So what I'll do, I'm going to do probably 7 or 8 of each exercise. I normally do 30, so I'm going to start with curls, or I do palm down, up. Always a full range of motion. Notice my shoulder's not moving, just my bicep. Other side. And then we're going to do tricep. Sideways. Full range of motion. Explosive moves as much as I can. Alright. Then we're going to do palm facing down. And we're going to do a arm raise. You notice my one arm goes a little bit more out to the outside. I can't. It's just a pain issue, and I just can't force it in at this point, but it's much better than it was. Once I couldn't even do this exercise, so. All right, I'm gonna go side. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of a circular motion, so we're going to do 5 each way. Try to keep the arms straight. Good, we're going to do curl number 2, which is going to be palm down. And it's going to be and then we're going to do the raise again. This one's going to be a knife edge. So it's going to look like this. Side. Good. Our next tricep exercise is going to be just as I walk, I just got to bring my arm up, kick it straight back. Just like that. Good. Then we're going to take this one, I do single arms. I don't do double arms on stuff. I do single arms because that allows me to focus on a side that need to be worked instead of having one side helping the other maybe a little bit too much. So they palm up. And this one hurts me probably the most, by the worst one in my range of motion. I actually had 2 bad shoulders at one time. I've actually rehabbed both of my shoulders twice. This is my 3rd time. Never had surgery. I made complete recoveries the first time. Usually it's doing something the wrong way or not quitting when I'm getting a signal of pain on certain lifts, especially when I'm training for a powerlifting meet. Sometimes it's just ego getting in the way and being stupid. So I'm learning, but learning the hard way. All right, so we've done that one. Now we're going to do arm straight, back. Side. side. And I hear a click every time I do that, so I know I'm working it. All right, so next one's going to be a front raise, palm up. Kind of turn the other way a little bit so you can see me working with my bad shoulder, which is my left one. Hurts a lot more than the other one. This is probably the hardest of these raises that I do. The palm up seems to hurt my shoulder the most. All right, and then we're going to do another one with the circles. We're going to do a high one, so it's each way. All right, and we're going to do another kickback one, but we're going to do it with our palm facing down, so it's going to look like this. All right, next one's going to be cross and out. Cross and out. I call this my Waters World workout. I'm Waters, and this is my world. And the circular ones I did with the club bell, or the club bell, and I did them both with that, and I did it with the kettlebell. You can do them with these too, so it's just kind of a... Now you look silly walking like this, but I used to do it in a field close to my house. I have a nice long path through there. Now I just do it everywhere. I don't care if people like it or not. I know why I'm doing it. The next one's going to be up and back. And then we're going to do circles. We're going to do outside circles. This is palm down, palm facing down. This one hurts me a lot too on my left side. So, and I've just worked up to using the 2.5 pound ankle weights. I was using the gloves because I couldn't do any heavier, so I have made progress. That was painful, a little bit painful. All right, so next one we're going to do is going to be the same exercise, palm up. So it's good. And the next one we're going to do is going to be arm over our head, close to the ear, straight as we can keep it. Little moves back. It's a little move, probably one of the most painful moves, but it actually gets that good range of motion. All right. Now we're going to do a front raise. So it's going to be a front raise and out. So it's going to be here. Notice that I'm going out away from my body. Hitting that shoulder joint every way I can. All right, then we're going to go palm up. Same thing. And then we're going to do down and up, cross. All right. Then we're going to do a little bit of a circular motion down at the bottom. And we're going to do a back raise, which is going to help do the front one first. So it's like this. Now, depending on what kind of recumbent bike you're using, to make this a little bit harder, because some of the bikes are so big you almost hit them when you go backwards. Walking, there's almost hard not to be able to do any of these things. I do sets of 30, and I do, in the course of an hour walk, I'll get probably 3 sets of each of these exercises in. I'm usually pretty fatigued when I get done. I don't know if I have a band in here, but I'm going to look real quick. So I'll be back in just a little bit with that. All right, so I'm going to take these off. And I'm going to use just a thin band. I use a towel sometimes when I do this, especially when I'm on a recumbent bike. But so we're going to do just some stretching to the back. I do that. Mostly I do it with a towel, but and sometimes I'll use it from below. I'll pull my arm over, so I'm going to shorten this up quite a bit. And what I'll do is I pull that arm as far as I can to stretch that joint out. So it looks like this. Front, the side, and just hold that for a 20 or 30 count and let that thing stretch out and go from there. And so those are my stretches for that. Since I have these gloves out here, I'm going to use them for a little bit here. So again, they're pretty handy. They look goofy, but they do a great job as far as how long you get a pretty tight fit on them. And your hands don't get tired having to hold something. So you really focus on the shoulder, not focus on trying to hold on to a piece of equipment. So next one, the last ones I do this with these mostly. I don't very often do it with my ankle weights on because it hurts me a little bit too much to do it yet, but punch. And sometimes I'll do 30 of these with each arm. Same thing at the top. And you can do every different direction. I can do it out. I can do uppercuts. So I vary them. Depends how much time I get, what kind of a piece of equipment I'm on. So that's pretty much this workout. There's a ton more exercises that I probably haven't thought of. Every different angle, every different hand position changes the way it works. So if you decide to do this program, be creative. But I have a client whose shoulders are worse than mine. Couldn't even pick up a kettlebell, a 10-pound kettlebell, and set it in the rack. Now you can do it with the 30s and the 40s. So he said he's about 80%, 70 to 80% better than he was. These are the exercises we use to fix them. Plus we do some of the structural alignment ones, which I will show hopefully down the line here. They're time consuming and they're painful, but they do the job. When you get done, you feel great. So the next one after this one is going to be a forearm workout. Forearm and fingers, and we're going to show how that works. And that'll probably be done inside because I can do that sitting in the house. So from Power Cave Training, thanks a lot. See you next time.